Hi, Daphne Smith here with Well Done Life. Excited to spend a few moments with you today. I want to wish you a Merry after Christmas and a happy almost New Year. Now, I was thinking not everyone celebrates Christmas for a variety of reasons, and that led me to think about other holidays. So not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving or Easter or Halloween or Valentine's Day, but one thing universally is New Year's. Doesn't matter what country you're in, what your beliefs are. So I'm going to wish every single person here a happy new year. It's coming soon. Oh my gosh. I look back on this year and I think, where has the time gone? And yet so much has been accomplished. And that's why I wanted to meet with you today, December 29th, that sometimes off week, sometimes people are gearing down, sometimes people are gearing up. I wanted to take a few minutes and have lunch with you, so to speak. So again, I'm Daphne Smith with Well Done Life, and I want to welcome you to today's recording or live version if you're hopping on. Still working on coming up with a title that will be appropriate regardless of when somebody sees this. So I want to always start with some gratitude. And I want, especially today, to start with a shout out to Dr. Michael Hudson. Now, I've mentioned him in the past, and I want to mention him again. He has a podcast called Get Your Message Heard with Michael Hudson. You can Google him under Michael Hudson, Get Your Message Heard. He's a great guy. He is all about equipping other people. And he also, thankfully, has taken the time to invest in me as a truth teller. So I'm excited that this week's broadcast, I'm using a little bit of different equipment. I've got a new stand for my computer. I've got a wireless keyboard. I've got a mouse. And I'm hoping that all of these new tools and tips will make this a better experience for you as you view either live or through the recording. So thank you, Michael, for taking the time to let me know about some new options and some new ways to add value and provide a better service for others, because I know that's something you and I both have in common. Today's topic, what I want to talk about, is simple, but it by no means is easy. What I want to talk about today is that every yes is a no. And to me, that can sound very, very simplistic. I mean, yes means yes, no means no, green means go, red means stop. Simple, right? We learned these things early in life. Yet, along the path of life, our journey, I know for me, sometimes my yes has become a maybe. Sometimes my no was actually a yes. And what I've learned as I'm growing and as I'm getting closer to achieving some major goals for myself and in my life, that my yes absolutely, without hesitation, needs to be a yes. My no needs to be a no, and to realize that when I am saying yes to one thing, I'm saying no to something else. Every choice we make has a consequence. Every single choice. There is not one choice that I can think of that does not have some type of outcome, some type of result, maybe not immediately, but farther down the road. Every choice we make will have an impact in some way. And how that impact aligns with my goals and my desires, my dreams, depends upon what I'm saying yes to and what I'm saying no to. So what I want to talk about, I want to give you some examples, okay? So let's say my goal is to grow my business, to maybe start a business online. That's what a lot of people are doing. It's the trend in the marketplace. And so I say yes to starting my own business. Then the next thing I know, I get a notification that Netflix has a new series or a new season of a series that I've enjoyed watching in the past. If I give in and I say yes to binge watching on Netflix, then what I'm ultimately saying is no to getting closer to achieving my goal of starting that online business or creating a new product. Because when I'm binge watching, I can't write, I can't read, I can't exercise, I can't maybe get the sleep that I need to have that is required to perform at an optimal level for something that is a bigger goal. Can I watch Netflix and be on the treadmill? Yes, but it's really hard to watch TV and lift weights, do those things at the same time. If I'm watching Netflix, then I'm perhaps not studying thought leaders and material that I need. I'm not developing resources for those I want to serve. So while it may seem trivial at the time, by saying yes to binge watching, I'm saying no to goal achieving. Here's another example. Let's say I want to go down a pant size, which I do. So saying yes to a second helping is saying no to smaller pants, at least for now. Saying yes to busyness and people pleasing is saying no to myself and my goals. I am putting those people who are asking me to volunteer, get involved, can I have a few minutes of your time? Can I pick your brain? When I'm saying yes to those opportunities, and some of them are very worthwhile. However, where do they fit in accordance with my goals? So when I say yes to busyness, I'm saying no to making progress in another area of my life. Now, I'm not advocating never volunteering, never helping out, never having some downtime. We have to be intentional. Success does not happen accidentally. In fact, you may be familiar with the expression that they became an overnight success. That overnight probably took 40 years. And could it have taken less if they had not been hacked or distracted from their goals? You see, for me, when I have confusion, when I have frustration, when I am tempted to get off track from my goals, that's because I'm not clear on my goals and or because I've not made a connection emotionally with my goals. If I'm emotionally connected to my goals, then by golly, step back, Jack, stand aside, Stanley. I am not going to let anything interfere with me achieving what I set out to accomplish. I'll give you an example for this. So 25 years ago, 25 years and a few days ago, I gave birth to our second child. And my goal was to have what's called a VBAC. That's the type of birth that you can have after a cesarean. And I think nowadays they've made laws and insurance won't cover it and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, this was 25 years ago. So it was important to me not to have a second cesarean birth. And I read books. I did exercises. I got massage. I actually had a goal pillow. I took a pillowcase, a white pillowcase, and I wrote my goals of having a vaginal birth after a cesarean. That's what a VBAC stands for. Not having, medication and et cetera, going full term. And I slept on this pillowcase my entire pregnancy. I had an emotional connection to achieving this goal. It wasn't just something in my head. It wasn't something on paper. It wasn't something somebody suggested I do. It was something that in my heart of hearts, I needed to accomplish, that I wanted to accomplish. I got so extreme, and I don't recommend this. I'm not saying it's healthy, just giving you my example. I got so extreme that I said I would rather die in childbirth than have another cesarean. I know, please do not send cards and letters. It was not a healthy perspective. I would not have compromised my life or that of my child. I would have had another C-section. But I want you to understand how committed I was emotionally attached to this goal. And because of that, we were successful. Were there some glitches along the way? Yes. Was he breech? Yes. Did I go over 2 weeks? Yes. Did they induce me, which is what ultimately led to my first C-section? Yes. However, I was so emotionally committed to that goal that we achieved it. And my second child, my son, was actually a bigger baby than my first child, our daughter. So I had such an emotional connection. It was non-negotiable. Nothing was going to interfere, confuse, or frustrate me. Nothing was going to hack me. This is something that's fairly new, at least new to me. Growing up, the word hack meant ticked off. It was synonymous with being ticked off. But now, hacked means more along the lines of a distraction or a shortcut. Now, Pinterest is filled with hacks of achieving certain things. Like, I'm making a really good dinner tonight because I'm using a crock pot hack. So we're going to have this luscious, juicy coconut curry chicken dinner that it's cooking right now while I'm in here with you. And so some would consider that a hack, a shortcut. But what I'm talking about when I refer to a hack, I'm talking about getting off track, getting distracted. And earlier today, when I was just getting some more information to share with you, because I'm a self-proclaimed word nerd. I'm a lifelong learner. Some people would call that a disciple. I just love knowledge. And I came across an article, and I want to make sure I get it right. It's by Logan Marshall. And he was a guest blog post on a website called Paid to Exist. And he wrote an article called The 4 Steps to Unshakable Commitment to Any Goal. I think we could substitute the word unshakable to unhackable. That type of commitment where it doesn't matter what you come up against. It doesn't matter if someone's offering you a second helping. It doesn't matter if that was your favorite series growing up and they've come out with a new season later, 10 years later, and where are they now? Those things won't get you off track if you are committed to your goal, if you have that emotional connection. And the article was so good. I want to copy and paste. This is a link to the article that I read earlier today by Logan Marshall. So check it out. Hopefully you'll learn something. I know I did. I really appreciated it, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. What I really want to leave you with today as we close out 2017, oh my gosh. And in just a couple days, we're going to have 365 brand new days to accomplish anything we want. And to be truthful, accomplishing could mean maintaining. There is a certain amount of accomplishment in maintaining something. So it doesn't mean you've got to go back to the drawing board and toss everything out the window and start all over again. Perhaps it's becoming consistent or maintaining that consistency. That may be a goal to strive for in 2018. But as we look forward to 2018 and the possibilities, I want to encourage you to become crystal clear, or the term laser focused comes to mind, in what you want to achieve. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your values? And what are you doing to live those daily. In other words, a well done life daily. It is possible when we're clear and when we say yes to the things that will grow us, in turn saying no to the things that distract us. We can live life by design instead of default. I want to thank you for tuning in today and spending this last little bit of 2017 with me. I'm excited. Next week, I will be recording and going live on the road. I'll be heading back from a special event, and I'll be sure to share a little bit about that with you. But I want to thank you for joining me today. If you have the opportunity to go to my website, welldonelife.com, we've added a new page. In fact, I'm going to type it right here so that you have easy access to it. It's a new page, and it's called Recommendations. And there are certain things, books, and sleep. I've talked about sleep a lot on here. There's a way to get really good quality sleep, and it's by increasing your magnesium and several other tools. But the particular spray that I use is on there. My favorite vegan protein is on there. Just some things that might help you achieve some of your goals. So I encourage you and invite you to visit my website. Also, check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe to that, and you'll be able to access the previous Facebook recordings that I've done. And you never know, you just might catch something that will help you achieve what you want to in 2018. Know that I believe in you. I know that all things are possible as long as we are willing to work toward them. They're not going to just drop in our lap. You know, God makes it rain so the worms come up out of the ground, but he doesn't drop them in the bird's mouth. The bird has to take action and get out of the nest and go get the worm. So thank you again. This is Daphne Smith with Well Done Life. Remember that you can live well done life daily. Make 2018 a great year. We'll see you then. Bye for now.